Hello, welcome to Guided Towards Greatness at the Energetic Movement Collective. My name is Julie Wynn, and thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. These video series are technically designed for the dance teacher, dance studio owner, and dancers with the intent to empower, uplift, and to create a little bit of space for thought on how to really truly live the life that is possible, like to live the life of your dreams, which is magic and balance and abundance and creativity and love, joy, adventure, whatever else that you need. A little bit about me really quick is I was a studio owner for 17 years. I've been dancing since I was 3 years old. I was a performer in my early 20s, and now I am a life coach for dance teachers, studio owners, and teachers, as well as continuing to take this training and this knowledge overseas. So I've been able to have the opportunity to go across the world, kind of spreading this knowing that sometimes we forget about, that you are more sometimes in what you're living, and that we are constantly evolving, growing, expanding, and we have this magic and power inside of us, and sometimes we forget that it's there. So my job is to help bring us all back to this knowing, this power, this magic, this life talk, spiritual life talk, I guess, and how to mirror that with dance, and how it can make us better dancers and better teachers and better studio owners and better wives and mothers, anything. So here we go. Let's get started. Let me see. These series, I have notes right here what I want to talk about, but I tend to just talk from my heart. So maybe that's what I'm going to talk about now, is the power that dance holds to deepen your intuition and to allow you to really know when you're on track with who you innately and authentically are and when you're not. And for me, I definitely know that when I am wanting to do something and I kind of want to hold back, but I know that as soon as I say yes to it, the magic unfolds and it's amazing, and I'm saying yes to the universe, and I'm saying yes to experiences, and I'm saying yes to adventure, and I'm saying yes to growth, and I'm saying yes to meeting new people, and I'm saying yes, constantly allowing myself to unfold and expand and to become more wise and to increase my ability to love and to be of service to other people and to experience the most that I can out of this world. And I definitely know that when I'm hesitant or I'm fearful, that it doesn't show up. Now, as dancers, we know that your body does not lie. So when we are dancing or moving, if these thought patterns that are happening in our mind, which is I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, or that, my biscuit foot, or any of those types of things, this then creates this energetic block within our body that's not allowing us to be as free as we want to be. It's not allowing us to step into the fullest expression of who we are. So allowing time to really understand when you're on track, when you're not on track, when things are really going brilliantly, and to identify what happened, what did I do that day. For me, I know if when I wake up and I meditate and I set my intentions for the day, my day is great. When I don't, I tend to be a little cranky and things just don't flow with as much ease as they usually do. I think it is important to spend as much time and investigating these belief systems, increasing our awareness of ourselves, what's happening, I guess dancing from more of a conscious level. Because if we're unaware of these thoughts that we have, which definitely happens, totally unraveling a lot of things about myself too. And the more once I started the process, the more it was kind of like, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, so it's definitely a process, but the more I can pull up these things, these falsehoods that I've been carrying about myself, whether it's like I'm not smart or I'm not good enough, or even this, for instance, this project that I'm doing right now, sitting here and videotaping this, I found all these sheets that I did in 2 years ago of things that I wanted to talk about, and fear got in my way and doubt got in my way, and fear and doubt are the killers for your dreams, period. So this is why I'm really passionate about this work, because I know that each one of us has this amazing magic inside of us, and that life is really freaking good. And if I can help guide people to really start doing the work, especially dancers, because most of the time we're not good enough, and or we limit ourselves by looking at the external world and thinking that this is what is possible. But what happens when we move past that? Like, what happens if we're only showing, like, what the world that we're in is only this much? You have to ask, well, what's beyond that? Like, what else is possible? What else is possible for me? What do I want as a dancer? How do I want to feel? What is, here's a good example. This starving artist, right? So if you hear that most artists are starving, more than likely you are going to be a starving artist, and eventually you're not going to be able to continue with your passion because you've already put it as a belief system that you're a starving artist and that dancers don't make money. So more than likely then you're not going to make money until you change that belief system about yourself. For convention dancers, if you feel like you're not good enough, guess what? You're never going to be good enough. If you feel like you're never going to be that person who gets called up on stage or whatever, then you're not going to. We have to start thinking beyond what we're seeing and really opening up, like, wow, asking, are these things that I hold about myself, are they true or are they not true? And what is possible? And what do I really want? Like, what would be like the most ideal, magical freaking thing that could ever happen? Insanely amazing. Go there. Think that. Even if it's never been done before or you think it's impossible, we have to start thinking there. Studio owners, same thing. Have we bought into this box of belief systems? Many of us can talk with other dance. We always get, I know. We tell the same story, but what's outside of the box? What's beyond this? What is actually more magical and possible? And can we increase our happiness? Can we increase our financial abundance? Can we increase balance and harmony in our life? Can we be a studio owner and have a really great and amazing family life too? Or be a studio owner and actually have time to go for happy hour with your friends and date? Wherever you are in your life, we have to step out of our belief systems and expand into these realms of possibility, even if we don't think it's possible, because you can't get there, and you're not going to get there if you don't think it's possible. You have to start exploring. And again, this is like just your own internal self-exploration for who you are and what you believe and what you want in your life, and then exploring that as a possibility and feeling that as a possibility. Because but you can think something, but unless you feel that it's actually possible for you, or if you don't allow yourself time to actually get excited about it, even if you think it's impossible, if you allow yourself to get excited about it and feel what it would feel like exhilaration, allow yourself to feel that, and you're one step closer then to making it a dream, to aligning who you are and aligning the dream up, so then you get to experience in your world. Does that make sense? So for everybody who's watching, whether you're a dancer, dance teacher, studio owner, or whatever, it's good to stop, go inward, think about what you want. In the previous videos, this is why I'm so adamant on vision boards or journaling and gratitude lists and all of this kind of stuff, because ultimately what it's doing is it's expanding what you think is possible. It's getting you into like new territory, which is You come from magic and love. We're here. We've all experienced, these magical moments on earth, and we can have more of those. So anyway, your gratitude list, your vision boards, declaring what you want, using, the law of attraction, it's getting you into a more expanded state of possibility, magic, love, joy, creation. And then once you allow yourself to sit in the feeling of what that feels like, the joy of it, again, it allows the universe to give you that experience. And once you're aligned with it, it shows up in your world. So how fast can that happen? It just depends on how many layers you're willing to uncover for your belief systems. For me personally right now, I'm working on money. And I said in another video that my back went out a couple weeks ago, and I think my back went out because I am fully aware of my own habits as far as when it comes to service. Like, I will definitely always work for free, which I don't mind, but it doesn't pay the bills, right? And then it comes into the question of, well, do I feel worthy of that? Or I'm willing to give up my share to make sure I'm willing to take care of everybody else and take care of myself last. And yeah, so now in my work, or it's okay, or I'll say it's okay, you can just pay me later, and then I forget about it and I never get paid. So I'm understanding this awareness of how I think about money, and because it kind of shook me at my core, literally, my back went out. So for me, I'm practicing feeling what it feels like to be abundant, or my own worth, or what I said in the other video, I'm practicing it myself. If you watched it, if you didn't, go check it out. But it's about, knowing that your passion, purpose, and service to the world, once you think of it as heartfelt, and then how I can see the universe providing me equally with the energy, right? So anyway, just go watch the other video because I don't want to repeat it. But point being is, we are always uncovering these limiting belief systems about ourselves, and then we have the choice to look at them, think about them, see if they still fit and align with us. If not, which for me, no, then you start taking baby steps, and then eventually it'll just shift, and then you shift on to the next thing that you want to improve upon about yourself or in your life. And that is, like, we never get stuck in life, and I think that's good to remember too, that we're always like this. We're always just evolving. We're always upping the ante. We're always expanding, all of this stuff. So anyway, I will stop because I feel like I'm repeating myself from the previous video. So the point being is, I have no idea what the point is. I think both of these videos are meshing together, so maybe we'll do like a part 1 or part 2. But the point being is, what you really think about yourself is what's going to show up. And the power of thought and the power of your mind to manifest what you want into this world is key. So if I can leave you with one little tidbit, because I totally got off track in a rampage of information and my own personal passion. Oh, for whoever's watching this, know that okay, let me say this. I'm really passionate about this because I'm now just coming out of 2 years of uncovering and unraveling, and then trying new things and seeing how things are just really awesome right now. My life is really awesome right now, and there's things that I am totally aware of that could block my ability to allow abundance to come into my life, but I'm working on it. And again, it just starts with having these conversations, or let's talk about like law of attraction and manifesting, or picking up limiting belief systems. And then, since I know that I've been unraveling for 2 years, if we as teachers and educators can start this with our dancers, because as dance teachers, we always say it's more than just dance. It's more than just dance. We teach more than just dance. But I feel for me, the more than just dance I knew was happening, but I taught it was like an after effect. Like, it's kind of like eating a meal, right? You know that the meal is going to nourish you, and you can say all of these amazing things, and if you're not mindfully eating, you can just scarf down your food and it can be great. But if you go to a really nice restaurant and it's like the most delicious meal ever, and you want to savor every single last little taste, and you're really paying attention, the food tastes so much better, right? So it's this kind of the same thing with teaching dance. Like, if we teach from the space of more than just dance, and we approach our teaching styles with it's more than just dance, and we look at our students with more than just dance, then I just think, then again, it's the same analogy, as above so below, the deeper the roots, the higher you fly, the more internal work you go, the more your world will expand for you. The more we start teaching from the seeds of confidence, self-love, worthiness, you are enough, you are talented, celebrating your unique style, and getting students to do that, to really think of themselves as good and loved and seen. I think that's really important, that our students just need to be seen sometimes. Doesn't everybody just need to be seen and heard? And we're holding the space for that. And once they feel like they are seen and heard, then watch how motivated they are to dance. Then watch how they show up for you in class. Then watch how their own personal talents begin to bud and explore. And then your life gets a lot easier too, because you're not trying to control people. You're not trying to want them to come and love dance. You're seeing them. Period. And helping them to see their own beauty too. And that's what, gosh, it's like dance is just this mirror and this thread that teaches us a deeper understanding of self-love. Really, self-love. And the more self-love you have, the more love you can give to other people. The happier you become, the happier your body becomes. Oh, that's what the whole beginning of this film was, is that your body doesn't lie. So this is great, because once you're really filling yourself up with self-love and self-confidence, or learning how to be easier on yourself, the more your body is going to show up in a way that will really fulfill its potential. That was the start of all of this. So I guess ultimately it all comes back down to self-love. How do we give that to ourselves as dance teachers, studio owners, and teachers? How do we give that to our students? And if we start teaching our students self-love, self-care, what kind of amazing and brilliant dance world and people are we going to have in community? I want to be a part of that community. Hell yeah. So, yeah. And I just don't think, well, I'll stop there. All right. Thank you so much for watching. It was kind of a long one. So, self-love, self-care, teaching from the root of self-love to our students, and then also for dance teachers and studio owners, making sure that you're doing your own work for self-love, self-care, worthiness, abundance, magic, all of that. Boundaries. Ooh, maybe we'll talk about boundaries in the next video. All right, thanks for listening. Sending you so much love, abundance, and namaste.